Hi, I'm Pete, and this is a Hanayama show and tell. There'll be some unboxings, some unbaggings, maybe even a non-Hanayama puzzle, and a whole bunch of hand-waving story as well to go with this. All right, this is going to be a little bit unusual, but what can I say? All right, so quite some time ago, about 11 months ago now, I had a chance to go to the big city. Some of you know I'm in a remote area, and I got myself some of these really, really cool Hanayama cast puzzles. Now, I normally prefer puzzles that have algorithms and a lot of repetition and stuff, but these do appeal to my kind of obsessive nature, and they are puzzles, and I really do like them. So the first one I opened, I got three of them. The first one I opened was a cast dial, and I didn't even do an unboxing of it because it just, I think I actually opened it in a hotel room. So this was difficulty level 4. Now, they've changed their packaging. In fact, I think they were in the process of changing their packaging when I was there. So difficulty level 4, but you know what? A good graph, a good scale. I'm a math teacher, so if you don't tell me what the min, the max is, the 4 doesn't really mean anything. Is it 4 out of 4? Is it 4 out of 10? Yeah. Anyway, so this is it, and I like the boxes in that they show you what it's supposed to be. So this cast dial, you're supposed to take it apart, and you get these four pieces. Also inside there's a little booklet, and I won't be able to show you this one because I have no idea where it went, but some of the other ones I can show you the booklet. And it has a little story here, and it actually tells you who... Whoa, sorry about that. It actually tells you who made the puzzle, and unfortunately, just the print is just a little too small here. So there it is, Hanayama cast puzzles. I think that's pretty much it. Now, this is, I think it's Mastermind Games, or no, it's not. It's Mind Games, and but imported by Puzzle Master, which is the big mail order puzzle company here in Canada. And in fact, 99% of my puzzles, they're mail order. And when I do mail order from Canada, it's almost always, well, it always is Puzzle Master. So that's kind of cool. So this was the first one I opened up, the cast dial, and it really it was really a lot of fun. You gotta manipulate it. You can sort of feel the little pieces here. You can sort of feel it's a little bit loose, and this thing spins around and it turns, and I really had a lot of fun with this. It's really, really it got to me, and I think there's a lot of play value to this one too, because even once you figure it out, it's still there's some skill involved in taking it apart. So this was a cast dial, yeah, and I really enjoyed it. Obviously, I'm not going to show you because that's part of the fun, right? You can go and just try it. I brought this one into work, and so my colleagues were playing with this. And the problem with giving someone like this, at work, and they're playing with it, they put it in their pocket, and then you don't see it for a while. So yeah, something to keep in mind there. So that was a cast dial. And then the next one I got, and again, I think I may have even opened this one up, and then all prospects of an actual unboxing were gone. This is the cast Enigma, and it's got 6 stars. So again, is that 6 out of 6? Is it 6 out of 12? I don't know. But I will tell you, this is probably of the 3 that I'm going to show you now, this is the hardest by far. And so it comes in this tangled mess. I'll show you the actual puzzle, and you're supposed to take it apart into 3 pieces. That's it. So, and then they give you all the details about it. And unfortunately, I can't read the screen from here. I can't read that print from here. Oh yeah, okay. And so this is supposed to be 8 years, which I think is actually probably quite fair. And obviously no babies. Well, yeah, of course. But I think an 8-year-old could probably certainly work on this puzzle. So this is it, the cast Enigma. And of all of these, this is definitely the hardest. I may have said the cast style was my favorite. If I did, then I was wrong. This one's my favorite, or maybe I like them equally. But this by far is the hardest one. And the thing about it is, that even when you know how to do it, it's a fairly complex process of getting these three pieces untangled. One thing is that they're tangled. They're tangled through each other, and they're tangled around each other, and yeah, it's this cast Enigma. The replay value on this, I think, is very, very high, because once you get it apart, you also have to put it back together, which is the main reason I never did any kind of show and tell on these all for the last 11 months, because this was on my desk either trying to be taken apart or trying to be put back together. I finally got it, and so that was one of the reasons I was able to do a show and tell. So that was the cast Enigma. So then the last one I got, and that was in the first batch, is a thing called the cast square. Okay, the cast square. Now this says difficulty level 5. I can assure you that it's the easiest of the three of these by a large margin. So it's a beautiful puzzle. I'll show it to you. You're supposed to just take it apart into 4 pieces. And then it's got, it asks if you can do it. I think the age is probably going to be very, very much the same. Yeah, it's going to be 8. And no babies for sure, because this has small pieces. Okay, well, what did we find here? So this is the cast square. Very, very beautiful puzzle, and a nice thing to have on your desk. And people can fiddle with it, as they're talking to you or as they pass by. I think it's a really, really cool thing. The thing is that, and I've seen other people say it didn't take them very long to solve. Yeah, this light isn't really doing the puzzle justice. It's got a beautiful gold, shiny gold finish on it, and then sort of a shiny silver finish on it. It really is a nice puzzle. Anyway, it's really not hard. I did not find it at all hard to take apart. And in fact, it's one of those things where I started trying to take it apart, and I don't know, it might have been a minute, might have been 2 minutes later, and it just sort of came apart, and that was that. So, yeah, I didn't find it all that difficult. Now, depending on your approach, and this is the thing about these, right? Whereas the other two that I've shown you, really no matter what, you're not going to have a lucky kind of, a disassembly. But with this, depending on your approach, you might get that luck or bad luck and immediately solve the puzzle. And there's not much replay value once you see the inside. Anyway, it's still a beautiful puzzle. So I'm not that disappointed. As I said, it makes a very good desk piece. All right, so that was about 11 months ago, and it was the beginning of a very, very, very busy time. I'll just put these ones aside. All right, well, the next thing was that at the time I also got this puzzle here. It's not a Hanayama, it's an actual twisty puzzle, and it was very unusual. It's, I think they're calling it, what are they calling it? The Ivy Cube. And it's from Eitan of Eitan's Star fame, another mass-produced puzzle of his, along with his Twisted series. And I just posted a picture of the box, and quite a few people said that this was sort of different packaging. So I assume that this was maybe Mastermind Toys, or maybe whoever the importer is in here. But yeah, this is the Ivy Cube. So, and they're saying difficulty level 3.5 stars. Okay, 3.5 stars out of, what's the scale? 5 stars? 10 stars? 11? So I don't really know. Now, I don't know if they're given, oh yeah, okay, no babies, that's fine. And then ages 8+. Yeah, this makes sense for 8+. I think it could even be a little bit younger. But there you go. So this puzzle, I kept saying to myself, we're going to have an unboxing one of these days. And it's just kind of sat there on my shelf and has never been unboxed. So here we go. mind twister, put your brain to work. So this must be special packaging from the Canadian distributor of these, I would think. Actually, you know what? I'm looking at this. Okay, I'm gonna walk that statement back because there's no French on here, so this can't be specific for Canada. Otherwise, there'd be both official languages on there. Yeah, don't know. Anyway, it's really unusual. This is Eitan's Ivy Cube. So let's just go ahead and unbox this thing. I was getting my knife ready, but I think it opens here. Literally been sitting on my shelf waiting for this day. So here we go. Oh. Okay, well, it have to wait a little longer because there's a special. Okay, here we are. Okay, that's it. And oh, look, there's a little bag inside here. I didn't even know that. Whoops. Okay. Oh, and a stand. Well, that's a bonus. Let's just get that, shall we? All right. So here's what a whole bunch of stuff fell out. So there's a nice bag. This is just completely unexpected. So there's a little bag. Ah, now the real story starts to emerge. There you go. Is that that's a familiar name, and puzzle making, and there we go. And then Cube. Someone tried to correct my pronunciation at one time, and I now I can't quite remember. Anyway, there it is. So that's the stand that I had for it. This is really more than I expected. I expected this very simple little puzzle. I don't think it cost very much. There's also an instruction manual that came with it. Ah, really? I can't. Okay, now this one I can see that it's Tradeopia. It's Tradeopia is your one-stop shop for toys. So that must be the distributor, but I don't know. There's the instructions, and this has the same logo there. So don't know. But this is only in English, so that it's very, very. So I don't know. I would sort of expect English and Spanish if it was for the American market, English and French for the Canadian market. I really don't know. Anyway, yes, and for the collectors out there, I've just made your box more valuable. Keep that in mind. Okay, well, I really like this bag, and I guess I'm supposed to bring the puzzle in to the office. Yeah, that'll be fun. So there we go. It's got Eitan's logo. Eitan's logo here, and it says Mofanji right up top there. Okay, so this, I don't even know what class this is. A corner turner. Wow, that turns really, really well. That one, yeah. Okay, so they're just, I don't know what it was that made it so kind of sticky there, but yeah. All right, so what can I do with this? Let's do. So there's and there's your basics, 3 cycles. So the solve will be to get the corners oriented and then to get the leaves put in. So a fairly straightforward puzzle, but you know what? This is a perfect thing for someone like me who, I have puzzles on my desk. I show puzzles around to actually show like algorithms, a simple 3 cycle up up down down or whatever algorithm, and kind of get people with that idea. So I like it. I really like it. All right, let's see if I can display it. Okay, I just lost the stand again. Okay, well, we'll just put it there, and the stand wants to be where it wants to be. Okay, wow, that's really neat. I'm looking forward to solving that a little bit later. All right, now, remember I said the story time? So this is a bag of puzzles. It's literally just the way it was when I brought it home, and I'm gonna check. I think the receipt's still inside the bag. This is probably about 11 months ago, almost a year ago. I brought this bag of puzzles home. So what happened was, when I went there and I got these puzzles, it's a place called Thunder Bay for Canadians. It's still a very long drive from here. And so I hit them all. 2-3 weeks later, we're back. We were very, very busy. I just started a course that day, an online course, professional development, 4-month-long course. And that was the first day of the course, first day of a conference that I'm asked to present at. And it was, it was a very busy time. But I wanted more puzzles, so I went there and I got these puzzles. And then somehow when I came home here, I don't know what happened. They got lost. Somehow they got kind of put away somewhere, and I found them when I was cleaning up recently. And here we go. So this is like a treasure trove. It's more Hanayama puzzles is what it is. So this is Mine Games. I'm not even familiar. This is a shop in the mall in Thunder Bay. There's only one mall in one big mall in Thunder Bay. And they have a lot of games, a lot of toys, a lot of educational stuff, and an entire display of Hanayama puzzles. So, every one they make, I guess they have. Not too many other puzzles, just very simple ones like this, and then Rubik's, the Master Professor Rubik's and stuff like that. All right, well, let's have a look at what I got. I don't even remember. Seriously, and I know this sounds terrible, but that's it. Okay, so this is where the packaging was starting to change. So I'll just set these out. And so one of the things, you really can't see them from outside. I think you can open the back though. But anyway, so this is, oh yeah, okay, yeah. So the packaging and kind of the nomenclature was changing a little bit. Okay, so let's see when this was. I'll see, I'm going to take a look at the receipt here. So the date is 2019-01-31. So January 31st. So yeah, about very, very close to 11 months and a few days ago. Wow. Okay, well, but here we go. I've got them. I'm gonna really enjoy these. I'm gonna unbox them, obviously. So what did I get? This is the cast Vortex, and see, with this I can see it, and if it appeals to me, then that's great. So this one is rated 5 stars. Again, there's that little problem in that we don't know 5 out of what. Anyway. And you're supposed to take the Vortex and separate it into what looks to be 3 identical pieces, but I'm not really sure. Okay, so there you go. Now, I'm not sure I can really... I'll let you look at that. You'll probably be able to read it better than me. But there you go. And Hanayama, again, imported by Puzzle Master. They're saying 8 years, which makes sense. And, of course, no babies. And definitely you don't want a baby anywhere near this, because imagine if they swallowed that. That would be very, very, very difficult to get that out of them if they swallowed it. So, okay, cast puzzle. Can you take it apart? Now, so clearly this is for the Canadian market, because it also has it in French. And it says, no solution included. Oh, okay. Yeah, well, that makes sense. They do give you a little booklet, at least I think they do. We'll find out. Where you get, at least it shows you what you're supposed to do, I think. All right, well, let's see. I don't think, there's no knife required here. Oh, okay. No, that's, okay, I don't know what. All right, that didn't really help. So this is a cast Vortex. Oh yeah, there is. Yeah, there's some. Okay. Okay, there we go. I'm gonna leave that out because I think we'll need it again. Yeah, so they do give you a little book. I had the books for the other ones. I don't think I kept them though. Okay, a cast Vortex. Little twist ties here. Oh my. Okay, maybe the puzzle is getting the twist ties undone here. All right. Well, this... All right, I'm really glad I finally did this. I was feeling guilty when I found this bag of puzzles and like, how can I do that? Okay, let's just... All right, I'm just going to put this down for a sec. I'm just going to clean this up here. Again, to the box collectors, I'm really sorry about this. Just turn away. Okay. All right, there you go. The scary scene is over and back. So it has a little book here. It says, can you take it apart? And then, oh, it actually has, oh, I see. So, all right, maybe my complaint. Oh, here's the key. Well, this is what I needed on the outside of the box. So, I think this was a 5. So that's hard. It's hard. Okay, that's fine. So, well, they give you all the different puzzles and show you what you're supposed to do. Oh, I kind of like that. Yeah, I remember this. Okay, and then, oh, okay, I think that's about it. And then it explains the cast puzzle, and then it says there's some things. It says they don't show the solutions. You know, which, you know, is kind of good, I guess. But, you know, if you get stuck, it'd probably be nice to have a solution. And then it says, to avoid breakage, please do not exert excessive force on a puzzle. Well, that's good advice. Okay. And that's about it. Okay, so that's the little booklet. Somehow I think the cast Enigma, I think, had maybe it showed pictures of the puzzle a little bit bigger, but anyway. All right, I'm just going to set that aside. I might just hang on to that to maybe see what else I'd like to get. So there you go, cast Enigma, and I'm not really sure. I don't want to play it too much here because if I, you can sort of see things are loose, and so I'd probably start wiggling stuff, and yeah, I can see if I start wiggling things will move around. So that is the cast Vortex, really, really cool looking puzzle, and I am looking forward to trying this out. Finally. All right, we'll put that up here. All right, well, what's the next one here? Okay, this is the new packaging, right? And this is, now they're calling them Huzzle. Okay, don't know. Hard puzzle? I don't really know. Cast Helix, and this level, and then it's embossed in gold, so I don't know if you can see it. Okay, that's 6 stars. So if they're using the same 1:6 scale, then this is going to be the hardest category. So, okay, again, this is imported by Puzzle Master here in Canada. And yeah, if you go to the Puzzle Master website, they have all the Hanayama puzzles. So, E+, no babies. Well, again, that makes sense. Cast Helix. And, oh, okay, this is really, they kind of, okay, Huzzle provides puzzles for adults which are solved using a blend of inspiration and logic. The challenge is to take the puzzle apart and put it back together. Simple yet so deep, you will need your hands and your brain on board to solve the Huzzle puzzle. Happy puzzling. Well, that is just great. That's the sort of thing. So it looks like there's a ring going through this, and then you somehow have to work the ring off. All right, well, that's... it says the grooves engraved in the 2 rotating boards. Oh, okay, so there's 2 parts to it. And then the goal is to remove the ring, the Helix ring. All right, well, I kind of, this maybe tells you a little bit more about what you're supposed to do. So maybe I kind of like that. I'm not really. Yeah, so that's really neat. Okay, I can see the tape on this one. So there we go. Yeah, this is... Oh, okay. The box hasn't changed that much. Okay, that was just a piece of the box. Okay, that's it. And we're not going to need that. Oh, and then this whole thing is together. always very, yeah, they really are good looking puzzles, and the price isn't, man, I don't really find the price too objectionable, right? I think these would be good for kids. They say 8 plus. I think that's probably good. I think this is the sort of thing, I got some puzzles when I was about probably about 9 or 10, and it did start me kind of down that path. So you know, I guess that's probably the way to go. All right, so you can see it kind of the two pieces kind of swing around here, and then you can rotate this, and so I think we're just kind of navigating a maze here. It looks great. Let's see if I can get a better. Yeah, okay, we'll lose the light here. Yeah, really very attractive puzzle. Nice. You can sort of put it in your pocket. It's not going to get crushed or anything. Yeah. Okay. So that was the cast Helix. Okay. So let's just yeah, we'll just put that right here, I guess. Cast Helix. Right next to the cast Vortex, and one more. Cast Trinity, and I think I remember being attracted to this one because it sort of reminded me a little bit of the cast Enigma, which I was having so much fun with at the time, and so I was looking for something along those lines. And again, this is 6 stars out of presumably 6, and then they show you, okay, so it looks like that, and then you got to take it up into 3 pieces. They looked like the same, but maybe not. And then the challenge, I'm just gonna, and of course for adults it says the challenge is to take the puzzle apart and put it back together. And that's what I'm gonna leave that there, because like the cast Enigma, that was a real challenge, was getting it back together after taking it apart. Right, because there's a certain amount of luck maybe in taking it apart in places, and you know, so you can't store that luck, right? You gotta. All right, let's just get this open here. This is great. I'm really happy with all of these, and there'll be a lot of good puzzling here. Okay. Okay. Okay, so there it is. So they've given the little instructions that come with it, and I'm just going to go through those because I noticed something interesting about it. Okay, so you'll definitely need to have a knife or something to unbox these. Okay, they're taped together. Oh yeah, that's really cool looking puzzle. Okay, I'm gonna put the knife away. I'll show you the puzzle in a sec, but I just noticed this is the instructions that come with it, and we have the different websites, and I noticed Puzzle Master, it looks like it's printed on there, but it's actually a sticker, and somebody went to a lot of trouble to put that sticker on there and kind of line it up with the other ones. So I don't know, it's just a little detail. And in here is the sort of the latest puzzles. So I think that it's kind of you know, keeping the boxes. You don't really need the boxes to know what the puzzle is, because you have this, you only need one of these. I think they're still using, oh no, they've added, oh no, okay, so they've gotten rid of the dice, but it's still a scale from 1 to 6. Okay, so we are definitely at 6 here with this puzzle. All right, well, I like that. I'll just put that right there and hang on to that one. All right, so this is the cast Trinity, and I'll just kind of bring that in. It's a really a good looking puzzle. It's kind of just really yeah, it's really good looking. So they wiggle around a little bit. Okay, now they're kind of flopping around. and I can see some kind of notches here, and some maybe some narrow spots there. And okay, so I can sort of see that, yeah, this is going to be some very, very interesting puzzling. Now, this is sort of thing I think I was talking about when I sort of doing the intro to this video. There's no real algorithm here. So if I wanted to describe how to solve this or write down some steps I take, and it's quite a challenge, you know, aside from drawing little diagrams. I think that's what I did for the cast dial. I drew some little diagrams, but yeah, so I can, yeah, just a lot of twisting and turning. But maybe that's the point. Maybe the point isn't to have a repeatable process every time. Maybe it's just to enjoy the experience of twisting and turning and trying different things. It's a very tactile thing, and possibly there might be some sound. I don't know if you can hear this. Just a very, very light metallic sound. All right, so that's the cast Trinity. All right, well, that's it for this very unusual Hanayama show and tell, unboxing, unbagging, and story about how I misplaced some puzzles for almost a year. I got my cast dial, my cast Enigma, cast block, cast Vortex, cast Helix, and cast Trinity. I also got my Eitan's IV cube. I'm looking forward to scrambling it up and solving it. Now, before I sign off, let me know in the comments if there's any Hanayama puzzle or any other entanglement puzzle that you think I should check out. And as always, I appreciate any other comments, questions, or suggestions, so let me know what you think. And until next time, thanks for watching. All right, well, this is the bonus content for my very unusual Hanayama show and tell. And the bonus content is that I'm going to scramble and attempt to solve this IV cube. So I'll just get right to it. This is really interesting little puzzle from Eitan, the same puzzle designer who brought us Eitan's Star and the twisted 3x3 series. And yeah, also the dual cubes. Oh yes, I remember that series. I sure hope I said it right. Otherwise, I'll put a correction in the description for the video. Okay, so I don't know, that hopefully that's a fairly good scramble here. Now, my strategy, I think, for this is going to be to establish the corners, and then I should be able to then recycle the leaves in. So I see I got a white and a white here. Since it is a vertex turner, the only thing I can do is turn them both until they're on the same page here, the same face. And then I don't know if the color scheme, it may have a different color scheme, but all I'm going to do is just match things up. It's a fairly, okay, so I got the yellow, yeah, so let's see, is it from, yeah, white, B-O-G-R, no, it is correct. Okay, so that was a pretty quick thing, matching up the faces. Now, we already have that leaf in, so it's just a matter of cycling these other ones. I'm going to do the side ones first. So I see I have the blue here, and the way this works is you do a 3 cycle, starting whichever way puts the piece you want to put in first. So I want to put the blue up here, so I'm going to start from the left. Okay, and it put the blue in, and just coincidentally also put the red in. So now we have a case where there's just 3 pieces left to solve, and again, I want to use that same principle. I'm going to start with the one that solves the first piece. So the green will go up and it'll solve that, and then it'll cycle them, and it should solve the rest. And there we go. So the Ivy cube is solved. Fairly simple puzzle, but this would be a great thing to give to a kid, someone that maybe is not ready for a Rubik's Cube yet. So, you know, certainly 8, 9, 10-year-old who's interested in puzzles, this is a much better thing to give them to start with, because it's achievable, right? You can show them the steps, 2 steps to it, align the faces, and then recycle the leaves in. So, you know, I think this would be a good starter puzzle for a kid, and not very expensive too. This really didn't even cost what a Big Mac meal would cost, I think. All right, well, that's it for the bonus content for this video. I appreciate you watching, and I'm out of here.